Entitled Aunt thinks I'm a carrier of the coronavirus. I honestly don't know what to make of this situation. I can understand where my aunt is coming from. But at the same time, this is a woman who doesn't know jack shit about medical science, is an anti-vaxxer, and refused to let her daughter stay at her house after the Peace Corps evacuated her and her fellow volunteers out of West Africa during the Ebola epidemic of 2014 because she was convinced that they were all carriers. To begin, my wife and I are American citizens living in Asia. We don't live in China. But in the country where we live, the government is telling everyone to stay indoors to avoid the risk of infection. I'm not going to lie, it's really fucking scary, and we've been talking about cutting our work contracts short and going back to the USA. My aunt's son is getting married later this year. I was never close to him because, to be honest, we didn't like each other. Out of all my cousins, he was easily my least favorite, and likewise. When I told everyone that it was going to be a couple of years before my wife and I came back to America, I meant it. I know this means we were going to miss out on some family events, but we knew this was going to happen when we decided to work abroad. One of those events we knew we were going to miss was my cousin's wedding to his longtime girlfriend. I was talking to my sister and my mom online the other night and what's been going on back home and where we are. And my mom told us how my aunt was telling everyone, and I mean everyone, how glad she was that me and the Mrs. Nickname Succetta weren't going to be attending the wedding because she didn't want us infecting the rest of the family with the coronavirus. This wouldn't be cause for concern, but several people we know are now panicking because we were back home for the holidays and would have infected them while we were there. And now that there are confirmed cases of the virus in the States, it's only going to make things worse. If we go home right now, my wife and I are going to be ostracized. My cousin, when she came back, was treated like she could transmit the Ebola virus until the news cycle died down enough for her to live like a normal human being. But she moved to another city soon after her service ended because she was done with her mom's bullshit and our town treating her like a pariah. To this day, she's gone low contact with my aunt and hasn't gone back. I am at a loss. My wife and I are as healthy as we can be. And while I know my aunt is worried, we are afraid that we are going to face the same treatment my cousin faced if and when we can go back to America. Jesus Christ, I need a fucking drink right now. One of the worst parts is that people are not educated about it. I have neighbors that are extreme alarmists. I get on Nextdoor and watch all of the idiots get everyone worked up. The latest reason, the coronavirus, of course. So San Antonio is one of the quarantine cities. All these people heard was that there was a confirmed case in San Antonio and they took it to Nextdoor and got everyone worked up. Now, this person was not out in the public. It's someone who came back from China and was quarantined. They are being housed at Lackland Air Force Base. So in this case, the quarantine worked and the patient is getting treatment without infecting the rest of the population. People also fail to realize that we can do many things to avoid getting sick. The best defense is proper hand washing. But I also recommend things like not touching elevator buttons, using a paper towel to open restroom doors, and not sharing drinks/food with people at work. Also, drinking lots of water and getting good rest are important to our immune system. Hope your family finally realizes that your aunt is full of it.